Today we're going to remove catalytic converters on this 2012 Ford Mustang V6. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I already have the car lifted up and secured with jack stands. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my bottle of WD-40 and spray all the nuts that are holding on the cats underneath it. And go ahead and crawl underneath. Alright, these are a little tight to get to, but there one is. The other one is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and spray those down. Then I'm going to go ahead and get the other side as well. Alright, there it is. I also sprayed the oxygen sensors because we're going to remove these right now. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and spray down these bolts over here where they clamp towards the midsection. Alright, there it is, nice and soaked. Now, let's go ahead and break those oxygen sensors loose. Alright, the way I usually get these out is with a wrench and a rubber mallet. And I just hit it and hit it and hit it until it breaks loose. And there it is. Nice and loose. Take this off by hand. And now I'm going to go ahead and remove this upper one that's up there. For that one, I might have to use the special socket. So let's go ahead and try to break that loose. Alright, I wasn't able to get the socket in there. I tried using an extension, but it just wouldn't fit. Almost landed on my face. Thank God I have my finger through the freaking ring hole. Look at that. Again, anyways, this is how I was able to get it from underneath here and break it loose. And now I just gotta untighten it by hand. It's a very, very tight spot, but there, as you can see, it is loose. So let's go ahead and just take that oxygen sensor off. Then we'll remove the driver's side. Alright, both oxygen sensors are off here. Now let's go ahead and do the driver's side. Remove both of these oxygen sensors. Alright, I removed both of the oxygen sensors. All of the oxygen sensors on this vehicle has been hard. It's been pretty tough. So now what we have to do is remove these from here. And then we'll remove those final nuts from right there. Yep. So let's go ahead and try to get these out. Alright, it looks like it's going to be a size 15 socket. So we're going to go ahead and knock these out. I'm using an extension and power tool. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that out. Alright, here I have the extension and everything going into the driver's side. And I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. Alright, and there it is. Now let me go ahead and try to do the other side. I'm probably going to have to use the swivel. Alright, there are both of the nuts out, and I had to use two extensions and a swivel. But there it is, they're both out. Now let's go ahead and do the passenger side. Alright, and here is the back side to it. I had to use all my extensions to be able to get to it. Super long. Let's see if we can get that sucker off. Alright, so there it is. All of them are off. Now, let's go ahead and remove these from here to drop the exhaust and get it out of the vehicle. Alright, these are also going to be a size 15. Oh, seen some chispas. It's a nice little tight fit. I think this car's lowered, that's why. Let me get those nuts out and then we'll do the other two. Alright, and there it is, the exhaust pretty much collapsed. All you gotta do is just bring this sucker down. I think maybe this little cross member here needs to get out because it is not budging whatsoever. The only thing I can think of is having to lift the car from the rear and drop the exhaust from the back. I'm gonna try to remove these bolts from here. It looks like that's what's blocking us from dropping both sides down, and we'll see where that takes us. Never mind. I think those are pressed in, and if they're pressed in, I am not gonna knock them out. I guess I'll lift up the rear. All right, so I have the vehicle lifted up from all fours. And I think we're gonna have to break away that bolt right there because these are welded on. So we're not gonna be able to drop the exhaust. Hopefully if we take those off, we'll be able to pull the pipe off and then it'll release those over there. This is all aftermarket piping, that's why. Alright, there I have this exhaust pipe undone. I'm gonna go ahead and do this other one over here. Well, this side is welded. Yeah, it's tacked on. And tacked on the other side as well. That's not coming off. Let's try to get it off as much as possible then. Alright, I'm pretty much out of luck already. And out of options. So what I'm doing is I'm removing this cross member from here and see if hopefully that will allow this to drop. And we'll see. Alright, and it looks like that might have done it. Yeah. Now the other side. This thing is giving us no brakes whatsoever. Wow, this thing is like literally hanging on to nothing. Alright, I just had to yank that bitch down. And there it is. It finally let go from there. Oh my gosh. Really? Now the sucker's ready to come out. And there it is. Stubborn ass cats. That is how you remove those from that piece of shit Ford. Thank you for watching. I apologize if you drive this car. Please like and subscribe.